don't think procrastination is good on any level. I think it just stresses you out more and more the longer you wait. We woke up this morning to it going to be raining pretty much all day, on and off, which is an issue for me for a couple of reasons. The big one is it interferes with my morning routine. Typically, I get up and I like to run. I know I can run in the rain, but I just don't want to. And there's a chance that it's not going to rain later today, so because of that, I'm going to wait. I don't know if I'm the only person that does this, but I'd like to have cereal in small bowls, and we only have a select amount of small bowls, and when we run out of those, then I just transition to the small glasses, and I treat those glasses as small bowls. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that does this, but Savannah doesn't do it, so it makes me feel like I'm the only person that does it. With all that being said, in honor of me not wanting to go run in the rain and just putting it off, I'm gonna talk this segment of the vlog is going to be about procrastination and whether it's good, bad, or if you shouldn't do it. Or short answer, I don't think procrastination is good on any level. I think it just stresses you out more and more the longer you wait. But that doesn't mean that I still don't do it all the time, and I'm gonna further the procrastination with video games. You see, Savannah and I were supposed to start a video literally 3 weeks ago, and we haven't yet because it's a wedding video, but it's based around The Office, which is kind of cool, but that's also incredibly daunting because it's not a normal video, and because of that, we've just put it off day after day after day. Today we're supposed to start the video. But the temptation to put it off is, well, it's a lot, and I think it's just because of the fear of the unknown. And I've traditionally always done it that way. If I know that I'm not really 100% sure going into a project or going into whatever I'm doing, then I'm going to the temptation is it's really tempting to put it off. And because of that, it stresses me out and it's just like a vicious cycle of putting it off, stressing out, pushing out, putting off, stressing out. And the second that I start it, even if I just open the project file or create a project file, a lot of that stress and unnecessary anxiety is just completely alleviated. And I know I need to do it, but it doesn't matter how many times I've done this process and learned from it. It's still there, and I still continue to procrastinate.
It was supposed to rain at 8, it was a 90% chance of rain, and it's currently at 9:30 and there's been zero rain. It's just been cloudy and overcast, but no rain has come down. So I decided to just go ahead and go on a run. The amount of times here where it says a 90% chance of participation, or the weather's got 90% chance of the weather doing something, and it just never happens. And also, while I was playing video games, I was just, the anxiety just kept coming. It was getting increasingly more intense, and I just decided to go for go for a run and get my day actually started. That's probably the hardest part about being self-employed is doing that. Also, if you run, then you'll be able to maybe appreciate this. Do you see this puddle right behind me over my shoulder? There was a truck that was leaving this depot 2 minutes ago, and he intentionally sped up and went in the deepest part of the puddle as I was crossing, and my entire lower half, my shoes and stuff are soaked. Yeah, it's just come on, man. I may or may not have given him the universal sign of hello, how are you? My run just started too, so now I have to run 7.5 miles in wet shoes. Maybe I should have stayed at home.
Okay, right now is the time. I am finally just committing to actually starting this video. No matter how much I actually don't want to do it, I'm going to sit down and just start. Okay, so this is, I said this before. Actually, I don't think I said this before. This is a office themed wedding video, meaning that it's a little bit different than like a traditional wedding video. So a lot of this is going to be driven by like the stories or like the interviews that we did with like the bridal party and guests and stuff like that. So what I'm doing is I'm putting all of that in a separate timeline in Premiere. And I'm gonna try this. Basically, with this, and the reason that I'm procrastinating is because I didn't want to do this part, like organizing everything and getting everything sorted to where I could actually pull things and know where they are pretty quickly. To me, that's the most daunting task. Like the actual video itself isn't that nerve-wracking. It's more just getting everything organized and knowing what I have and what I like can use. And like I said before, I'm just starting. Like I'm just taking the first step is another thing that people like to say with procrastination. And I feel better. I feel a lot better, even though I really have the first 6 seconds of the video that I may or may not keep. But the amount of like anxiety is just gone way down. Also during this wedding, we couldn't fly the drone just because I didn't have enough time because it was a chaotic day. So we've shot at this place a bunch. So we just pulled like footage from an existing wedding, but it's the proxy files, and Savannah is currently trying to find the actual 4K files because like right now it's just that, like it's basically a 1080 or 720 version of the 4K file that we actually need. So we're not just pulling stuff from a project folder from this wedding, we're pulling it from like hard drives that have been in like storage for we're just pushing through. All right, it's been like an hour and a half. I'm a minute 14 in, and I think it's starting to slowly come together. Here's what I have so far. Hopefully YouTube doesn't copyright this because of the theme song, but here it is. All right, ready?
Yep. I met one of them in a parking lot, and that was Colton. And the other one, which is Tiffany, at a thingy before college starts where you watch over a bunch of freshmen. I don't remember the first time them two together, but
Feeling really excited. Couldn't sleep last night. Definitely had a nervous tummy, you know what I mean?
Today I started the day off being really honestly just kind of stressed out, and it was mostly because of just the fear of the unknown, the fear of trying or starting like a video that I was kind of uncomfortable doing. And I think the coolest thing, or the to me the most rewarding part of like starting something that's hard and then just like at least just getting started. Like I'm nowhere close to being done with the video. The video is probably going to be like a 15-minute video when we're done. But the fact that we got started on it, the amount of stress and the amount of relief, it feels like the world was just lifted off my shoulders. And honestly, what I showed you, I don't even know if we're actually going to keep that or not. If I'm being completely honest, we'll probably change. I know we're going to change some of it, but just how much we're actually going to change is to be determined. But with all that, and like knowing that we still have like a ton of work, the fact that we just got started on it and we have like somewhere to like, we have a stepping off point, to me is like everything. That's my favorite part about doing projects besides getting them done. My favorite part about doing projects is that initial like step that you take into like the unknown. It's great. And will I have to struggle with this next time I want to procrastinate? Absolutely, 100%. And I have no idea why. But it felt good to get that at least started today. The weather's been really, really weird today. It's like hot, rainy, windy, and cold all at the same time. It's weird to describe. Like I feel the heat, but then the wind, like it's like a cold air hitting me.